Hello, good morning. My name is Giros Mufo. You call me Muffoaimee. This is the name of which I've been baptized with in the TBC community. It's a lovely day here in Douala, Cameroon, where I'm shooting this live broadcast right away. I'm joining my voice to the thousands of voices around the whole world to talk about TBC. TBC is my birthright, TBC is your birthright, TBC is our birthright. So this lovely 3rd January morning, I'm going to expatiate on a topic of which I think is really necessary for us to talk about it. Bonjour à toute la communauté mondiale de TBC. Mon nom c'est Jidas Mofo, on m'appelle Muffoaimee dans la communauté TBC. C'est un immense joie pour moi de vous avoir sur mon live ce matin. Je suis tellement content ce 3e jour de janvier l'an 2020. Et aujourd'hui, j'aimerais faire ce live en anglais et il y a un sujet tellement important que je voulais adresser avec vous tous avant d'aller dans le blog, fouiller les informations que l'administrateur a laissées à nous. Maintenant, today, as the topic concerned is, yes, you are in the adoption team, mass adoption team, the MA team you are in. So what next? What next should we do when we are part of the MA team? Once you're in the mass adoption team, I quite remember there is a blog in the there is a blog post in the blog of TBC which admin was mentioning beforehand what all mass adoption team members must do. I think yesterday when I was going through the blog, I searched of a good number of elements from that area and I wish to share them with you. Admin was trying to say that we are about to empty the admin wallet and we are to lead TBC to a full-blown economy. And for us to do that, we need to have at least 1 billion TBCians and 50 million merchants in the TBC community. So now that we are on the verge to emptying the admin wallets, which is going to be done purposely by the MA team, that is the mass adoption team, guys, what should we be doing now? I think the most interesting thing and the most important things are the ones that the admin mentioned. Mass adoption team, yes, what next? Now, the first thing I think, according to that blog post, was that once we attend the mass adoption teams, every member of the mass adoption team should start contacting their friends on Facebook. We have 3 types of people that we invite in TBC. We have those who take the gifts. You should contact your friends on Facebook and give them the gift. And we have job offers. We are hiring. You should contact at least 100 of your friends in any social media group every day and simply just send them the sentence, we are hiring. And if they ask what domain in which you are hiring, you explain to them that we are in the digital domain and we want people to share digital gifts. And if they are interested, you show them the payment listing and you enroll them in and take them through. So you need to be sending those we are hiring posts every day out. That is part of the job of the MA team. So if you have been taken as a member of MA team, please start doing what is necessary. Start putting yourself in action. Go operational, because having the title of the MA team does not make you what somebody that is going to permit us to take all the TBCs from the admin wallet. So guys, it's time for us to go on action and start sending those gifts out and start sending those sentences, those 3-word sentence out. We are hiring to 100 people on any social media in which you are connected in order to bring those guys in. Those are the activities of the AM team. So don't just take numbers and you fold your hands and sit with 30 TBCs in your pocket. We are the ones, remember, admin said it, we are the ones to build the TBC economy. He gives the structure, we build the economy. He gives the structure, we build. He is like the architect and we are the builders. And the mass adoption team are those who are standing at the front line to build this community. And for us to build this community, we need to be in action. That is why I'm soliciting with this live this morning that every mass adoption team member that registered on the 31st, that came in on the 2nd, and today the 28th, because since then on the 31st, those who came in took 30 TBC. Those who came in on the 2nd, yesterday, they had 29 TBC. And those who will come in today, they are going to have 28 TBC. And admin is telling us, guys, we should go in action. Don't forget that those titles are being given to the builders of TBC. So the second thing admin was to say is that we should look for possibility to bring at least one merchant per week. One merchant per week. This is my way of looking at it, and that is how I'm going to go about it. I'm trying to talk to at least 5 to 10 merchants a day, which will give me that possibility to at least have one merchant a week. So every MAT member needs to send 100 we are hiring gifts out there, and look for possibility to subscribe at least one merchant in the TBC community as we are moving on. So those are part of the assignments that are given to us that have that status of the MA team. That number is not given to you for chance. That number is not given for you to sit and watch. The 300 million USD that was given to you in TBC is not for you to watch it. It's for you to permit that economy to be blossom, so that we in the community, wherever we are in the world, we can rejoice and enjoy the amount of TBC that we have with us. I believe those two areas are worth mentioning again and reiterated to new people that are coming to the community and to the old, to permit them to know what is left for them to be doing once they become the members of the mass adoption team. So guys, let's sit up, let's go to action, and let's merit the status that has been given to us. If we have been given the possibility to be at the forefront of TBC, is because we are to build. If you're not to build, guys, stay aside, and we are going to do the work, and we are doing it, and we will continue to be doing it. So guys, step up and let's move on. Now let's visit the blog this morning. I was visiting the blog this morning. I look at the blog post that admin sent that was so bitter. Admin's tolerance for ignorance is getting very low. Admin's tolerance for ignorance is getting very low. And this blog post is addressed to Ademola Sherif Olamilikan, who asked the question, we are in 2020 now, where is the new blockchain admin promise? I believe that this guy is not a broadcaster. He is not one of the guys that are following TBC in the in-depth, and that is what I've been telling people, that you should have first-hand information in TBC, and we have first-hand information on TBC with the admin of TBC every Monday at 4 p.m. West African time. And if you're not really current with information and the reality of TBC, you can do jumps or chunks like this. You can be an ignoramus like this guy. This is an ignoramus. He does not know what he's saying because he's not current. He does not know what is taking place. He does not know where we are, what we are doing, and where we are going. And these are the guys that are billionaires or will be billionaires that lack skills, lacks how to dress matters, and lacks how to talk publicly. He going publicly on the public media, doing what he has done today, of which has called the attention of the admin of TBC to address this situation, and this is going to every TBC around the whole world. TBC is not a place to throw your grievances in public. As admin said in this blog post, once you have a grievance and it's clearly stated in the send button qualification questions that nothing about TBC should be said publicly negatively. If you are about to pray drama or you're going dramatizing things in TBC, guys, it is well spelled out here that your send button is going to be turned off and you risk being excluded from the TBC community. So this is a fair warning that is going to everybody that is in the TBC community, and we need to take care of the way we address issues. So be very careful the way you talk, and be very careful on which platform and how you address issues. You have a problem, go on a one-on-one chat with any big leader, or you have direct links with the admin. You talk directly to the admin and you see how that situation can be ironed out. So I will just read the small paragraph of this notification to let each and everyone to get the understanding that we need not to joke with what we are doing, and we need to be very honest. No drama, no free drama playing in the TBC community. It goes thus: the only way to mass adoption is drama free. It is time to purge out our community of such people. So if people think they are exhibition, they need to act like one. Making negative comments on social media is the opposite of what a people would do that are determined to end poverty globally. Self-interest also does not make you a exhibition. You can be for TBC and also against the creator of TBC, the admin. So be ready for the negativity clause of TBC to be enforced. As we grow, and you get it, the clause of negativity is going to be enforced. Means that what? There are more punishments, and there are more down-putting things that are going to concern those who are negative in the TBC community. So guys, get that very clear. Be ready for the negative clause of TBC to be enforced. As we grow the mass adoption team, we will root out all the troublemakers and remove them from the TBC community. They will lose their birthright. If you have a real problem, then use the proper canals. Politely get someone on one attention from a real TBC leader and ask for some help to resolve your problems. Never bring up issues or problems in a group setting of any kind, especially social media. We are much better off if all of the people being negative about TBC are non-members. So either keep your negativity to yourself, or your send button will be turned off and your membership in TBC is revoked. So if you want to be negative, go to a one-on-one leadership questioning with any leader, or if you are a broadcaster, you have the possibility to get to the admin of TBC. Okay, I will take this other blog information this morning that is very, very interesting. Today, those who are on the broadcaster team today receives 28 TBC. Today receive 28 TBC coins to join the mass adoption team. Join our mass adoption team and receive $280,000 in spendable TBC. And admit increase by saying this on this blog post. Let me reduce it. Guys, you're going to excuse me. I said my machine is facing a lot of difficulties. That is why I'm doing a live with my tablet, so with my iPad. So we are going to just be doing it like this before my machine to come back. Now admin is saying to us on this blog post that over 17,742 members have joined the mass adoption team so far by simply paying the admin fee, and now we are following the schedule of rewards for joining as stated on the blog post. Means that what? As days go by, the quantity of TBC is going to diminish. Since we are the third day, you will gain only 28 TBC, but those who paid on the first are going to gain 30 TBC. A number of complaints came into support from members that paid too soon on December 31st. I was very clear about the timing of making the payment on this blog, but regardless, some have made the mistake. So as a compromise, we will be sending 28 TBC coins to all of those that made an admin fee payment on the entire day of the 31st that either use cryptocurrencies or bulk credit on that day. I will not reward the 28 TBC coins that came in on 31st using admin credit. So if you registered on the 31st using admin credit, and it happens that you registered before the time, you're not going to receive TBC. But for those who use bulk credit and they use other cryptocurrencies, Bitcoins, Ethereum, and Litecoin to get registered, and they didn't receive their 30 TBC, admin says he's going to consolidate with them and give them 28 TBC, because he earlier mentioned that we should respect instruction, and being in TBC and being on a good footing in TBC, you need to respect instructions. I will not reward the 28 coins that came in on 31st using admin credit. I believe that is a balanced compromise. Each of them will receive a mass adoption team number. I hope they see my kindness and generosity in this action and not take that for granted or continue to complain that they are not getting 30 TBC. They don't get 30 TBC. They didn't follow the instructions, and the hardline is that they are not entitled to the 28 coins I will be distributing to them out of kindness. So their gratitude would be appreciated. No one that paid on the 31st need to contact support regarding this. They will get the coins in a day or two from now. Support is already very busy, as you can imagine. I'm aware of 239 of them that paid using Bitcoin, and perhaps more paid with either Litecoin, Ethereum, or a bulk credit. All of these members will get 28 TBC coin as soon as we can process for me their others. I paid out $18,800 today to cover this week's technical development today. A big part of that was for developments we are making to the current TBC wallet and blockchain. Developments are being made. So the guys that are outing their mouth, admin, you promise a new blockchain and whatsoever, those are the silly things that we need not to stick on, because those guys, they are not informed. You get the information that admin is putting to us on the phones that are being used. A big part of that was for developments we are making to the current TBC 009 wallet and blockchain. We are making it more secured, and we are expanding the kringles from 6 digits behind the decimal point to 15 digits. That is good, admin. We are happy. We are no more going to be giving 1 kringles to people for purchases. Guys, we are moving from 6 digits to 15 digits. Means that we can subdivide a kringle now. So we are going to have less units of a kringle. So once we move from 6 digits to 15 digits, and is what is being taking place right now. We even think it is possible to increase confirmation speed of transaction. Means that the speed of transactions are going to be increased. We are already faster than most other cryptocurrencies, but we want to maximize the speed. Part of mass adoption is to acquire the fundings needed to create a blockchain network that is powerful enough to serve all of mankind and all of the transactions that billions of people would do daily. Think about that. I take this sentence back, so awesome. Part of mass adoption is to acquire the funding needed to create a blockchain network that is powerful. A blockchain network that is powerful enough to serve all mankind. A blockchain that is powerful to serve all mankind and all the transactions that billions of people would do daily. Guys, this is something so awesome for the TBC community, and it's only in TBC that we are talking about such things. Think about that. Think about that. Consider the current little Bitcoin start to get back lodge once it is doing over 7 transactions per second. Take 10 minutes to serve the first confirmation of the blockchain. Hundreds of millions of users have been invested in Bitcoin development over the years, mostly by third parties that have made Bitcoin their core concern. We want to be playing at the top tiers level, and with your support we will get there. Spread the word. Woo! with your support, with my support, with the Mass Adoption Team 2020, we are going to get there. So we want to make our transactions to be so fast as possible, as this blog post is telling us, and we are going to get there. You need to spread the word. You need to make people to understand. All the people that are all the ignoramus that are running their mouth here and there, not knowing what is taking place in the TBC community, you need to permit them to get this information, to know where we are and to know what we are doing to progress in the TBC community. I believe these are some of the highlights of the great information that was in the TBC blog this morning, and it's with a lot of joy and happiness that I received this information, and I say, admin, kudos, thank you very much, and we are so happy. And one last information before I leave the blog: big TBC events happening now. There is a big TBC event happening in the NCR Mass Adoption Team meeting venue, New York Mansion, Cubao. New York Mansion, Cubao. They are hosting a Mass Adoption Team meeting to train all their leaders to master what the Mass Adoption Team need to do. You quite remember that I started by saying that the Mass Adoption Team, you are in the Mass Adoption Team, what next? Admin has said it before this time, the things that the people that are